Welcome back to another Helldivers 2 video, everyone, and today we're going to work smarter and not harder, especially with this bot defense mission on solo Helldive. So similar to the bugs, this one should work out in our favor when it comes to manipulating the spawns, no matter where we are at. Other than the geological survey, this is probably one of my favorite missions they have released on this game, just because of the craziness that happens whenever you first start. So as you see right here, we're pretty much close to this cliff. However, if you're lucky enough and you hit the side of the little orange spectacle when you're trying to find a spot to draw in, you know, sometimes we're lucky enough to spawn right on top of it, so you don't actually have to blow yourself up and take up a reinforcement strat. And one thing you're probably noticing, we're not going to close a single gate. So let's go ahead and respawn back up here on top of this cliff. What's unique about this cliff is number one, you can actually call in all of your stratagems on top of this. It's really nice, especially because unlike that cliff right there on the pelican pad, beside the pelican pad, you can't call in anything. So that is what's kind of the most annoying. Another thing that's kind of good and also bad about this cliff is whenever you're trying to respawn, your actual hell pod will not always steer at all. So sometimes it's about a luck of chance as to where and how you die. But what we're going to do up here is essentially call in all of our stratagems, our resupplies, our anti-tanks, as well as our mortar sentries. And as soon as they're available, we're just going to keep calling them in and just essentially spam all of them up here. Because the goal is we're going to try to stay up here and just essentially keep all of the bots on this side of the map. As you also noticed, I have not closed any of the 3 or 4 gates on this, just to show you that, well, the gates aren't really helpful at all. I mean, not whenever the bots are essentially going to go after you instead of the generators, but this really only happens whenever you're actually closer to the bots, because the bots will only go after what's closer to them, kind of like how the bugs were in the last video. And so here, as you see, they're coming on the left side, not really many on the right, and I'm going to be using the Eruptor. The Eruptor is actually a pretty good gun against the bots, especially whenever you're doing from a distance and you're only going for kills. And how I blew up, that is a dang good question. As you see here, you can't really steer at all when you're by this cliff. So it's pretty much, you know, dying around this area. So let's go ahead, see where all of them are actually starting to pile up at. Sometimes they actually pile up right behind the helicopter or the pelican pad, and actually it's kind of annoying because you can't really get anything over there unless you have a laser. But sometimes if they're piling up enough by the helicopter pad, they will actually run on top of each other and actually go towards the other generator. You see there, they're already starting to tank. And that's why I'm calling in a lot of these anti-tanks, because sometimes they actually do manage to spawn all the bots on top of this cliff. So now as this laser takes the rest of it out, we're going to try to see where they're starting to go to, because I know you see right there that one's actually starting to go around the side where the helicopter pad is, which is a big no-no. You see here also we have some of the meat saw boys. They're down here at the bottom, but they're actually not shooting towards the generator, which actually works in our favor like the rest of this mission should, at least as it does and has so far. Let's see. Now our mortars are ready again, so we're going to call those bad boys in, as well as our anti-tank. That should be coming up soon as well. So we're going to pile that up with the rest of this stash. Gotta be careful with this gun, because sometimes when you shoot close to a cliff, it will actually suck you off of it like a vacuum. That's one thing we don't need right now, especially with how hard it can be to respawn up here. And I jinxed myself. So let's land back up here. Okay, we made it. The bad thing is about landing this far down, they'll actually go towards the generators, because the generators are actually closer to them than you are as far as what is counted as inbounds. So it's pretty much the idea is just to stay on this end of the cliff. Let's go ahead and knock that one out. Go bada bing, bada boom. Ooh, definitely need to watch out for those rockets. Let's see, I don't see another. I'm just really trying to make sure another bot drop doesn't happen on top of us, because those damn things are pretty much detrimental to the runs. Because literally when you have that many spawn on top of you and you have to spawn right back in, you either A, land back on top of the cliff, or B, you do not, and then C, trying to get rid of all of them is another chore in and of itself. Alright, so those bad boys are coming toward this end. I believe the tank is on the left side of this and is stuck, so we're going to definitely not try to peek over that end. See, and we have the rest of them. Yeah, the Hulk is still on that side. This thing actually does pretty good for damage, unless you really hit the Hulks from the back, which is about 2 shots. It's kind of hard to kill the Hulks with any other type of marksman rifle, especially one that's explosive. So we see another drop right there. Let's just go ahead and blow one of these bad boys up, because we have that many of those rockets right behind us. And we should have another drop to our left pretty soon. Alright, so oh, definitely would help to reload. Let's go ahead and see. No, there's no bots by the generators. Call another anti-tank. So we have what? 2, 3, about to have 5 of them just sitting up here. Let's call another mortar. Yep, see what I mean? There's that bot drop. At least that one didn't land on top of us. Like I said, the ones that are on top of you are detrimental to the whole mission. Alright, so we have another set of Hulks, and then the guys with the ballistic shields. Let's call another resupply, add it to the stash, as well as another mortar. If there's one thing that's really also good about this Eruptor, is it can kill about 4 to 5 of the regular skinny boys. Is really nice for packs. So we have a bot drop there. And I missed. Alright. Let's grab another one. Alright, so that one's out. Alright, let's see. Some of those are stuck under that. We're not going to bother. We will call in a laser, because we will have some tanks. We still do have some tanks on the left side of us, so we're going to try to get some of those out of the way. Definitely will come clutch towards endgame. As you see, we're 3 out of 8 done, and none of the generators have taken... Let's see... Oh no, one generator is blown up, alright. Not really sure how, but we're just going to go with it as if it's in the plot. Yeah, see all that stuff blowing up under us? And somehow that missed again? Let's call in another set though. We're still good. Fire tornado. I saw one thing on the internet, how obviously, hearing the words "I saw it on the internet" obviously sparked some heads. But one guy was shooting inside of a fire tornado and actually was getting some kills. I'm not sure if the game is broken or whether or not it's a viable option test. So we'll definitely have to test that out in a future video. But as you see here, we're still going to throw some grenades out, because some of those bad boys are kind of being difficult, especially the big Hulk. See, those should turn around though, kind of like how the Chargers did, unless if I'm too far from the actual edge of the cliff. We will dispose of them regardless. Let's get rid of that bad boy. Let's call in another mortar. The EMS ones are really clutch for these types of defense missions. Like the one, I believe it was from like the bugs about a month ago, where you have to start up all of the generators around the map. I think there's like 3 or 4, but the EMS definitely came in clutch for that mission, and really does for any defense missions you're doing on this. Alright, so we can blow this one up. I'm really not sure how the other generator blew up, honestly. Alright, let's call another resupply, as well as a mortar. Go ahead and stash everything up. Oh, Jesus. Well. Oh my god, alright, we can do this. We just gotta run around for our life, literally. A for effort. Alright, let's see if we can get back on this cliff. Ooh. And we did not. Alright. We're still in this. Just gotta get lucky on another spawn, because this is an absolute snake pit. This should get us back. Yes. Right, we're good now. No more reinforcements, but we're clutching it. Just gotta get to that side of the cliff and bring the bot spawns towards this end. I'm out. What? There's no way that just... Alright, let's stem back up. Alright, let's get rid of those bad boys. I think there might be a Hulk on that side. No, I don't see anything going on. Alright. Yeah, it should be good. Alright, let's call another anti-tank. See what they're doing on this side. I wonder why a lot of them are still going behind the helicopter pad. Alright, definitely let's call in another EMS in a second. Let's see, oh, that one got kind of close. Let's get rid of it. See, are those... Nah, it looks like they're starting to go up that way. See how they're turning around now? It's pretty much a lot about just manipulating the spawns. At least for this mission at that.
Additional reinforcement funding approved. Deploying equipment package.
Alright, so let's go ahead and snag up some of these supplies, as well as call in another anti-tank.
I'm out.
Jesus. The amount of rockets going on down there. Dang, another reload. If this thing had like extended mags, or like maybe 4 or 5 more shots in each clip, this would be a very viable gun. But the fact, I mean, you do have to weigh the explosive power on it, so it's kind of balanced. But a man can dream. Alright, let's see if we can put some shots.
Throwing grenade.
Oh no. Oh dear. Alright, let's get the spawn back up.
Deploying reinforcements.
And... Alright, we're in a good enough spot. Good enough. We got, what, 7 for 8? Yeah, the 8th one should be... Oh my god. Yeah, there is a tank right on our ass. Alright, we're just gonna mortar this. And it will not call in.
Sending down sentry.
I think they might be coming around to this side, yeah. Yeah, notice they're not even going towards the generator or even shooting at it. Because I'm pretty much what's closer, and they're kind of just like, well, less energy. Alright, should have a laser coming up in a second. My god, I am pretty much stuck here. At least until the end of the mission. But we're at 748. Yep. So now, I believe, at least I hope, that when the Pelican does come in, we will actually be able to have cover, because I believe we're far enough away for it to act as a, we call it a hover, or as a protection. So we're going to basically put all of our hopes on that. Jesus Christ, all these rockets. Alright. We have what, 2, 4, 6 Hawks, and we have 2 tanks in front of us. At least we have the laser. And this Pelican should get rid of a lot of these bad boys so we can actually extract.
Say hello to democracy.
That laser's actually really putting the hashtag time in. Alright, let's call in a sentry somewhere.
Have a taste of democracy.
So right now, while the Pelican kind of gets rid of all of the parasites, we're pretty much going to chill back here. At least until the tanks and some of the Hulks are disposed of, because we really don't want to die again. Especially with the way this Hellpod steering is right now on this map. Not really the best. Well, I hoped that actual resupply would have taken out some of those guys to my right, but we might just have to try the chance either using the Eruptor or having the Pelican dispose of it. I think until the Pelican finishes up with these guys to my left, I don't know if it will come to the guys to the right. Well, got rid of that bad boy, where it's going to. And we do have this tank to our right, so let's see if it's, oh, it's actually aiming up right at us too. Oh, and that's why this Pelican is so clutch on these missions. Alright. Ooh, no, yeah, damn. How did that flamethrower even go through that and hit me? But either way, we're able to spawn up by this Pelican and get the heck out of Dodge. Let's run up here. Hopefully nothing glitches, because in the past sometimes the Pelican will glitch by either not coming in or not landing. Ooh, okay. Almost jinxed myself. But that pretty much is the simplest way to beating this mission solo, especially whether on level 1 all the way up to level 9 Helldive. This is pretty much the, I guess, most feasible way of getting it done. In other words, working smarter, not harder. And that's pretty much what we did today on this Helldive video. Similar to the strategy we do on the bug one, the Terminids, with that one as well. I mean, with the Bile Titans coming up, you just stay up there with the Khazar cannon. And then this one, we just stayed at the top with the anti-tank. So pretty much is analogous in similar ways. But I am curious as to how many kills I actually do have, because I know the mortars do some good damage, but I'm not sure as far as packs go, and especially when the Pelican came in clutch, whether we got credit for those or not. So let's see what the survey says, like Family Feud. Let's see what we get. 179, not bad. But thank you all for watching. I sure hope this helps some of you out there, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next one.